The Straw Hat Pirates are one of the strongest crews in the entire One Piece world. The crew formed in the East Blue Saga with 5 members, and then it expanded to 10. The Straw Hats have been to a plethora of islands, and each of them has provided them with valuable experience. Their most recent endeavor took them to Egghead Island, the home of Dr. Vegapunk. Upon their arrival, the Straw Hats learned a great deal about the smartest character in One Piece. The Straw Hats also found out about the world government's intention to kill Vegapunk, and they agreed to safely escort him away. The crew had to deal with Rob Lucci, Kaku, and other Cypher Pole members. Following their defeat, a new problem surfaced in the form of York, who betrayed Vegapunk by leaking all the information to the 5 elders. She was mesmerized during the visit to Mary Ajoy and dreamed of the same lavish lifestyle as the celestial dragons. She held Stella hostage and unleashed the Seraphim on the Straw Hats and the rest of the people on the island. Somehow, the heroes managed to thwart her, and they freed Vegapunk from her grasp. But things were about to get even worse. Saturn's arrival complicated things. For the majority of the arc, the Straw Hats were unaware of Saturn's threat, and by the time they found out, it was already too late. Saturn was accompanied by Admiral Kizaru, a few vice admirals, and a fleet of 100 ships. As they reached the waters near Egghead Island, the Sea Beast weapons attacked them, but they were easily dispatched by Kizaru and the rest of the Marines. Shortly afterward, the Admiral made his way inside Vegapunk's laboratory, where he engaged in a battle with Luffy. When the fight concluded, both fighters were exhausted and in no condition to move. This is when Saturn intervened and showed off his power. His transformation was different from regular devil fruit powers. He looked like a combination of a spider and an oni, so it is highly likely that he possesses a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit. Saturn seems to have a lot of fighting experience, which is bad news for the Straw Hats. His goal is the eradication of Vegapunk and anyone else who sides with him. Among the Straw Hats, Luffy is the only person who can hold back Saturn. Unfortunately, he is completely devoid of energy, so he cannot fight Saturn. Who can help them? The Straw Hats are in a perilous situation, and they won't survive unless someone helps them. If the 5 elders weren't above Vegapunk in the command hierarchy, the scientists could have used the Seraphim to stall Saturn and escape from the island. There is one particular item that may prove invaluable, and that is the Iron Giant. Vegapunk revealed that the Iron Giant was responsible for an attack on Mary Ajoy that happened 200 years ago. Unfortunately, it ran out of energy before it could cause any significant damage to the Holy Land. It was created in the Void Century, presumably by the people of the Ancient Kingdom, to fight off the threat of the world government. The Iron Giant remained dormant in one place, but that changed when it heard the sound of Luffy's heartbeats, which had been previously revealed to be similar to the drums of liberation. After listening to the sound, the Iron Giant's eyes lit up. If the Iron Giant manages to awaken completely, then it could buy the Straw Hats and Vegapunk enough time to escape from St. Jaygarcia Saturn and the Marines. There is also the possibility that Bartholomew Kuma might teleport himself to Egghead Island in order to protect his daughter, Jewelry Bonnie. Kuma may have lost most of his free will, but it seems that there may still be some humanity left inside him. Kuma can use his Nikyu no Mi to save the Straw Hats, Vegapunk, and Bonnie. However, he first needs to get away from Akainu. What happens after? Once the Straw Hats escape from Egghead Island, they will begin their next adventure, which will presumably take them to Elbaf, the nation of giants. Vegapunk and his satellites will be traveling with the crew, and it is possible they may be joined by Stussy. Vegapunk has already traveled to Elbaf, and he seems to be on good terms with Jaygarcia Saturn, so it will be easy for them to reach the island. Many fans have also speculated that Saul is probably the man with the burn mark, so he might know about the final road poneglyph. With his information, the Straw Hats will take a massive leap toward claiming the One Piece. However, it is important to remember that the island is currently under the protection of Shanks, who is also in the race to claim the treasure left behind by his captain. So, the islanders might not take too kindly to the arrival of another pirate crew. Whether the Straw Hats find any success in Elbaf remains to be seen. And in other news, One Piece. How did the pacifist just to get their name. The Marines are one of the three major players in the One Piece world, responsible for maintaining the balance of power in the Grand Line alongside the Seven Warlords and the Yonko. Now that the Seven Warlord system has been abolished and replaced by the Special Science Division Seraphim, they hold even more power, and as they serve the world government, they are under the direct command of the most powerful authority in the One Piece universe. The Seraphim are the latest technology to come out of Vegapunk's Special Science Division, and they advance the cloning technology first seen in the Pacifista in pre-time skip Sabaody. In One Piece Chapter 1099, mangaka Eiichiro Oda has finally revealed how Bartholomew Kuma's transformation into the mindless Pacifista clone came to be, and why they are called that way. What are the Pacifista? The Pacifista are human weapons created by Vegapunk. They are to all effects cybernetic duplicates of the ex-warlord Bartholomew Kuma, and they are some of the strongest weapons under Marine command. In the midst of their pre-time skip defeat, they were an insurmountable obstacle to the Straw Hats, though after their 2-year training periods, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy are all shown to be able to easily defeat them upon their return to Sabaody. Post-time skip, Sentomaru observed that the current Sabaody Pacifista versions were just the initial prototypes, indicating ongoing updates and enhancements in the program. The ones at Egghead are in fact known as Mark III models, and even they are inferior to the elite subgroup named Seraphim, employed in lieu of the Seven Warlords upon their disbandment. The Seraphim aside, the Pacifista appear as clones of Bartholomew Kuma, a fact which heartbreakingly disturbs Kuma's daughter Jewelry Bonnie upon being attacked by them. Of course, there are some differences, such as the missing trademark Bible and the absence of the paw pads, as they don't have the Nikyu Nikyu no Mi. How Kuma's kind nature inspired the name. In One Piece Chapter 1099, Oda reveals how Bartholomew Kuma ended up volunteering to be the initial prototype for the Pacifista program. While searching for a cure for Bonnie's sapphire scale disease, he travels the world and once more meets up with the revolutionaries. Here he speaks to Dragon, who gives him Vegapunk's name and tells him to go find him on Egghead now that he has been forced to move there due to the punk hazard incident Caesar Clown caused. Upon arriving, Vegapunk instantly states his interest in Kuma's buccaneer status and reveals that he knows of an advanced technology that would be capable of curing Bonnie. This technology is very expensive, so Vegapunk offers to cure Bonnie for free in exchange for access to Kuma's buccaneer blood and body, a trade Kuma is eager to accept. In fact, Kuma reveals he would have even been willing to make a deal with the devil in exchange for Bonnie's cure. But he is relieved that Vegapunk's stated intention is to use technology to create a force for good, and when he says so, Vegapunk comments that he is a saint. To this, Kuma responds that he is actually a Pacifista, a name that Vegapunk likes so much he dubs the entire project after it in honor of Kuma's commitment to peace. Though as of One Piece Chapter 1099, Bartholomew Kuma is still in possession of his memories and mental faculties. Fans are aware that the future holds nothing but tragedy for Kuma and Bonnie alike. Fans expect that once his flashback concludes, Bartholomew Kuma's mindless body will make an appearance in the current Egghead narrative. Though given his injuries and Saturn's involvement in the story, he may end up sacrificing himself for Bonnie's survival once more. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.